Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Age of Engineering. Last episode we were working towards more Iridium, and what were we making? We're trying to get to the atomic calculator, and that's gonna take some time. We were looking at a bunch of different things and just kind of working towards the molecular transformer, which I went ahead and made. We'll get to that in a second. But then we also, we also made the experience obelisk with our machine chassis that are really easy to make now with UU matter. And I think we went exploring a little bit as well, I believe. I don't remember. Anyways, so I went ahead and made the molecular transformer. Now, this block I was kind of showing off is not too terrible to make. 4 advanced machine casings, 2 advanced circuits, 2 EV transformers, which are just a step up from the HV, which we've made before. The recipe is pretty easy. It just requires a Lapotron crystal and another circuit. I think it took 8 advanced circuits in total to make this thing, but that's just an energy crystal, more advanced circuits, and crushed lapis. Pretty easy. HV cable, which is just iron. So those weren't too bad. And then the MT core required a bunch of reinforced glass, which is just glass and advanced alloy. We've made that before. Irradiated uranium, which is crushed uranium compressed and then surrounded with glowstone. And I had to make a whole bunch of those. The iridium reinforced plate, the thick neutron reflectors, which is just tin, coal, and copper. Pretty straightforward. And we make this thing. So this is currently turning a half a stack of iron ingots into iridium ore. The problem is, as you can see, it is incredibly slow. It is so slow. We'll speed this up later, but for now, we're trying to get rid of these quad fuel rods anyway, so this is fine. But today we are going to kind of step away from that and start looking at some infrastructure. So I think the main thing that we need to do is start working on, we have 85, we can make 2 of these, and we're gonna make 2 of these. So this is so nice. I love UU matter. Making all this stuff really quickly and easily. So we're going to take a couple of machine chassis, and we are going to start looking at making automated ore processing. So I think that's going to be something that's useful to have. Part of me wants to put it in here, but this is going to be the trophy room. Never mind. Let's see. We'll have a plant logistics room, and then we'll have like an automation room. So I think for now we'll set it up. I don't know. Should we put it over here? Might not be a bad idea. I think just right here would be great. We're going to set it up, and then we'll kind of deal with what we need to make later. But that'll be a thing. So we need to make another sag mill and another alloy smelter. So let's go ahead and get those guys up. And then I want to make a double crusher. So sag mill and alloy smelter. So these guys are not too difficult. Some iron, piston. Okay, that's easy enough. More iron and ferni. So we need a good bit of iron. We're gonna need 3 flint. And what was the other thing on this one? Oh yeah, we're gonna need a piston. So piece of redstone. And that's it. So let's go ahead and make these 2 machines. And hello pig. We're gonna need some cobblestone for the furnaces for the alloy smelter. So we need 3. 1, 2, 3. And something like this. And then the cauldron. That's right. And there's the alloy smelter. Pretty easy. We need a piston as well. So most of this stuff is not too bad to make. And then we'll need, so it's piston, this guy, that, and iron. No. Is it like that? No. Oh, wait, no. I'm messing this up completely. It's like that. There we go. The sag mill. So these two are going to be pretty important. We'll place them down here soon. But before we do, we also want to make a double crusher. And the reason is, if we look at a lot of these ores, so for example, if we look at gold, uses of gold, we can put it into a crusher, arc furnace, all that kind of stuff. Don't care about that. We place it in a crusher, and we'll get just some gold ore, and I believe that's it. We put it into a sag mill, and we get copper and gold. So this is a little bit better, especially once we start making a lot of dark steel. We'll be able to kind of duplicate stuff a little bit more and just make the most out of our ores. Now, for example, though, if we want to use Certus quartz, Certus quartz will give us Certus quartz dust in the crusher, and the sag mill will give us the crystals. That was a bad example. Lapis is a good example, I believe. So lapis, we can sag mill it for 8, sometimes another, sometimes 9. Smelt it for 1, that's terrible. Or we could crush it for 12. So the double crusher, which is just a crusher and times 2. So we're gonna need 3 iron casings. That's a little nasty, but not too bad. That is going to be kind of the better way to do this. So we need to get another 8 steel. Let's actually make, we're gonna make 4, and we're going to scan one of the things, the iron casings. 8. Oops, too many. Alright, so that should be all of that we need. We're going to need some bronze and tin. We're going to need some more steel. We're going to need a good bit of iron. So I should probably go ahead and process some of this iron. I was planning on not, but... Oh, hey, cool. I didn't know Ender.io did this for Christmas. Christmas is tomorrow, by the way. So, actually, when I'm recording this, too. So, this is going up the same day that I'm recording it. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, everything is Christmas themed. So, we need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Made a whole bunch of this. I actually got some power back over here with the solar panel. I don't know what's up with these wires. They don't seem to want to work, but eventually I will get Ender.io wires to everything. That is at least the plan. That's going to take so much gold, though, to make decent ones. So, let's see. We need some more iron. Just go ahead and smelt that all up. And while we're kind of waiting, let's go ahead and see how much. Do we have any iron in here? We have 1. So I can save a piece of iron. Actually, probably not. Actually, wait on the iron. Let's do the bronze. That's extruding. We want rolling. I'm glad I took that out anyways. So if we get a block of iron, we can do some fun stuff with this. So we'll need a couple blocks of iron. If we want to make the double crusher, we are going to need a lot of things. So double crusher. So we're going to need iron casings times 3. So we're going to need, yeah, well, we're going to take 4. So we need 4 blocks of iron, cut up into tiny little blocks, and then I think 2 more would be what we should need, but I think only 1 more iron is what we're going to use. We need to compress the raw carbon, and something like that will work just fine. So there is the bronze. Let's get the tin. And honestly, this is just... actually, we're going to need more of this, aren't we? Because it'll make 2. We need 2 for each. So we need 6 more. I hate math sometimes. So 6 more of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still doing decent on most of the stuff. So it's not too much of a concern that we need a lot more of everything. But we'll get there. So let's see. There's 2 basics. We're gonna need a lot more than that. Let's see. There is another. We'll just do something like this. I'm going to make another block of iron because honestly it's not too much of a problem if we cut down too many. It's more of a problem if we don't cut down enough. So don't really care if there's like an excess of iron plates because we'll get around to using them eventually. So there is the other 2 basics. There is 4 steel. Let's go ahead and make a block of 10 to cut after that one. And I think we need 1 more. No, we're good on that. So just a matter of waiting for this stuff to process, and then we can start working on everything we need. So there's 1 set of mixed metal ingots. That is for 1. If I can find the compressor. Here is some more. Yeah, so we just need 2 more sets. That's not a problem. And that'll make everything we need. So let's get the rest of this kind of set up. I almost want to use a small storage crate for this. Just because this is going to make things a little bit easier. And honestly, it's just a block of plates. I think I can handle that. So let's grab a block of gold and 7 iron, and then we'll make this a little bit nicer. So I just kind of want to make a nice little set of automation so that we put in ores and we get output of other ores, of the actual like product ores. So it's just gonna take a little bit of wiring with like filters and all that kind of fun stuff. So it shouldn't be too difficult. It's just gonna be a matter of getting it done. There's 1 set of the advanced alloys, and then we're gonna need to make this stuff into the casing. So we're gonna need 16 black quartz as well as iron. We have the iron currently, so that's not a problem. Black quartz we have plenty of, so it's just a matter of getting enough, and that's enough. So this will make the iron casings, and then what we'll do is we will scan one of them to see if it's worth it. Alright, this goes into the compressor once that's done, as will these guys. But the small storage crate will make things a little bit nicer. So there's 2 advanced machine blocks. I believe iron is on the outside, and the quartz is on the inside. Yes, so let's go ahead and make the 2 iron casings. We're going to take one of these guys and just scan it, see if it's worth it. We can't scan it. Never mind. So I'm going to make it a little bit extra, but that's fine. Also, we have 1 iridium ore. We need a total of 16. So that's going to take a while. But that's okay. We'll get there. So compress the gold down, then we'll compress the iron. So I'll just have an extra machine block. Let's do an extra iron casing, because these things are useful. Especially if we want to make stuff like... where is it? Power furnaces aren't super useful. Coal generators, farmers, which will allow us to make more garden cloches, which is not a bad idea later, but right now it's not that important of an idea either. So let's get this done, and we'll go make a double crusher. So we're just gonna need a bunch of gold cable, and let's see, 16 gold cable. That's it. Okay, so just 16 gold cable, so that's 4 gold, I believe, extruded. And then we will get everything else together, including everything for the small storage crate. And we're going to keep it with small. The large is so big, it doesn't really, it's not needed. So let's go ahead and extrude this. And yeah, so once we get this guy ran out of power, we're going to start looking towards maybe, and this is a kind of big maybe, it depends, I haven't done the math, I don't know if we should have enough plutonium from that guy to make a pellet of RTG fuel, or is it RGT? It's RGT? RTG fuel. Yeah, that requires 3 plutonium. You get tiny piles. You get 4. So you need a total of 27, and we're going to get 28. So we'll have just enough for a pellet of RTG fuel, and then we can use that to make the manual turbine. And all of this stuff will make my life a lot easier when it comes to producing power, producing EU. So that's kind of the plan. Let's grab our gold wires and start making all this other stuff. So we're gonna need redstone. I don't know how I took damage there. My boots should have. How did I take damage there? That was weird. Okay. Because my boots should have protected me from fall damage. Whatever. Alright, we need 2 we need 2 diamonds. We're gonna need some wood. We're gonna need a good bit of redstone. What else are we gonna need? Cobblestone, black quartz, and we'll see from there. So let's just go ahead and shoot 2 blocks with laser. We're gonna need a bunch of chests, so let's get that. Let's make this small storage crate first. So we need this. It means we need some sticks. And a tree farm is something else I considered doing for today, but I decided against it just because we don't need to right now. It's not as urgent as getting some, well, ore processing isn't really urgent either, but it is something I want. So for those, we are missing flint and cobblestone, and we need 1 more block of redstone. Yeah, so that's easy enough. Let's just get a bunch of flint and some cobblestone, and we'll come over here and do the rest of the stuff. So we need 2 crushers. 1, 2. We need these advanced coils, so we need 2 more of those. So we need another block turned into redstone. Okay, just making sure I didn't leave something there. And laser it, all that kind of fun stuff. So once we have this, we'll set up the last thing, which is getting all the filters and all that kind of stuff taken care of. So there is the double crusher. Awesome. So let's clean up our inventory, and I'm gonna take a couple pieces of wood just to get some, just to have some wood with us. Iron can go in there. Throw iron casing in there. I'm sure I'll use it eventually. hopefully. Otherwise, it's a waste, but not a big deal. Okay, so we need some item conduits. We should probably make some more. So that is just pulsating iron. Easy enough. We have a good number of ender pearls, so it's not that big of a like a problem to make more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6. Be cool if I could combine those, but I don't think you can. Then we'll make the pulsating iron, and we'll get some of the stuff. So we can only make a little bit of the stuff, so I think 2 pieces is all we can do right now. Actually, just 1. Alright, so a bunch of item conduits, that's fine. And I already had a bunch of pulsating iron, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to set up a pretty basic system. We're going to want power lines as well, so we might as well grab those so we can put them into the system. And these things are going to go underneath. In fact, let's do everything underneath, just because it's going to look better. So let's just do this. So power lines will go here. We're going to set up small storage crate here. Actually, we don't need a power line for that. What am I talking about? And then, let's see, the double crusher will go on the end. Sag mill, and then alloy smelter. Alloy smelter will always be in furnace mode. And then item conduits. Now how do we want to do this? So we're going to want filters. And there's a lot of ores that we're going to want to filter. So I don't know if we can make enough filters. So advanced filters would be nice, but it requires a slice and splice. We don't have one of those, question mark? We don't have one of those. Because I don't believe we've had a use for one yet. So yeah, this isn't bad to make. Requires a lot of solarium, but that's not too bad. We could make one of those if we wanted to. I think that might be a good idea. Otherwise, we could do... Yeah, honestly, we're going to have to do that. So, let's go grab another machine chassis. But before we do, let's go ahead and get, like, just a bunch of solarium. Where is our soul sand? Is it in one of these? I cannot wait to have applied logistics. It is not in any of those. It wasn't in there. Not in there. Do we have any soul sand? We should. There's none in there. Oh, it's in here. We do not have much. I really don't want to go to the nether this episode, so... yeah, we'll need 5 for that plus a skull, and then we'll need 2 more for each advanced circuit, or advanced filter. So is there another clever way we could do this? A basic filter could work. We'll see. Let's see. So let's get a couple basic filters. These require hoppers, which are hoppers regular? Yes. So we need some iron. Everything requires iron, so let's just grab some iron. Let's grab some sugar cane or paper, either one. I think we have some paper over here. We have 1 paper. 1 sugar cane. I was not prepared for this, if that's not obvious. So we have some more sugarcane over here. There's also a super secret thing we could do, which is use our garden cloche. That'll make things a little bit easier too. So let's go ahead and do that. So we just switch those out. Grab all the canola stuff. And I think that needs to be sand. So canola seeds, actual canola I guess can go in here as well. And will sand work? Yes. So that'll get us some paper. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and cook up the rest of the iron. And we'll make an item filter and see if we can make this work. So, wait, is that not right? Oh, it's aluminum. That's a little bit nicer actually, because we don't have much use for aluminum. But I believe originally it was to prevent you from making hoppers early, because you can't just break down aluminum easily. I don't believe. Yeah, you have to crush it up before you can smelt it in a furnace, I think. But anyways, let's not go over there. Let's see. So we have our filter, if I actually make it. And kind of the idea is we'll have an in out, we'll extract on green, we'll insert on red. This will be always active. And what we can do is, the sag mill is the main one that's kind of a concern. So this is an insert on green with an item filter. Whitelist. I don't think that'll work. Because, okay, let's go grab some ores that we're going to be processing. So some of these ores we're not going to be processing. That's fine though. So we have, let's just get rid of this stuff and that. Alright, so we have coal, redstone, lapis, diamonds, gold, silver, lead, iron, tin, quartz, black quartz, charged Certus quartz, and Certus quartz, nickel, uranium we're not going to process. I'm not going to worry about the draconium right now. Resonating ore makes these resonating plates, but it's not super useful to use. Benatite we don't need to do anything. Yellowite, at this point we don't need to worry about it. Osmium, sure, why not? Cobalt, ardite, and some bauxite. So bauxite's actually not important. We can do that as we need it. So we have a lot of ores. And so we could probably filter this guy pretty easily. So this is an insert on green. We'll filter, and it's going to be a whitelist. So what do we want to use? Well, we definitely want to use lapis. Coal, I think, is better in... So this gives you 3, but the sag mill gives you 3 plus a chance for other stuff. So coal is a no. Redstone might be good in the crusher. It gives you 10 compared to 8, so yeah. Redstone. Diamond ore. Get 2 diamond dust, or you can get maybe 2. The problem is diamond dust. We can't turn into diamonds yet. So that's a no. Black quartz. So that gives you 2. That gives you 2. It doesn't really matter. Charged Certus quartz sag mill is better. Then, well, we can't even use the crusher. So for the most part, we're going to use the sag mill. But you know what? Let's go ahead and tell it that it can do black quartz as well. Osmium, do we get anything? So we get 2 there. Do we get anything else? We have a chance for more. So that's a no. Lead. Just basically want to see, no, we get other things. So I think this is about it for right now. And that will be whitelisted. So, and then we'll want to extract. So this is actually an insert output. And we'll want to extract on red, always active. This will also be an extract on red, but it's going to be an in out. And it's going to be an insert on blue. And this one will be in out. We're going to be insert on green, extract on red, always active, actually on blue. So basically anything from here, and then what we'll want to do is make another filter for this guy and tell it not to do cobblestone, sand, gravel, that kind of stuff. Because we're going to process this and that's an issue because I want to process the cobblestone, but maybe we won't. Maybe we'll turn it into stone, or we could get glass from it. That might not be a bad idea. So what I'm talking about is when we process gold ore, for example, we're going to want to do something with this cobblestone. And what we can do is we can crush it directly into sand, or we can sag mill it again into gravel. I don't know that that will work. Unless we do something like this. This is a little trick. So we're going to self-feed it. So the idea is, let's see, extract on blue, and then we'll put this as an insert on blue, and we'll put filters on those guys. So we're going to need advanced filters for this guy, and probably the storage crate for now. And then everything else should be just kind of okay to be itself. So I will tell you guys what, I am going to go to the nether. I'm going to go grab some soul sand, and let's go ahead and make a couple of more machine frames, machine chassis. We have plenty of UU matter. How is this guy doing? It's almost done. How is this guy doing? We have 2. That is going to take forever until we get more power to it, which we will hopefully be doing relatively soon. So we're going to make 2 machines next time. We're going to make the slice and splice, and then we're also going to make the painting machine. Both of these are pretty straightforward to make. Painting machine's a little bit annoying just because of the electrical steel, but it's not that bad. So the idea is going to be we're going to use the painting machine to make facades so that we can hide this type of stuff. We're going to use the slice and splice to make plenty of filters so that we can make sure that everything here works properly. And this is our ore automation. That's all it is. And eventually we'll just put this to an interface and extract stuff or something like that. So that's the plan. Actually, we'll probably use export buses directly on these guys. But that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know we didn't do all that much, but ore automation, is important, and we will. It'll be useful later. So while we wait for more Iridium, we'll find things like that to do around the base. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!